So bring us back to that day of the first call.
Well, we're talking about 1973. These were really primitive times, Kim. If you could imagine, there were no personal computers. The internet had not been invented. Let's see what else. Oh, no, there were no digital cameras.
Oh
So,
gosh, that's right.
yeah. And the reason that we made this phone in the first place was with the Bell system. Do you remember the? Oh, you're much too young to remember the Bell system. Yeah, this
Well,
was
you
like,
know what? No, actually, I'm not. I think because I don't know if you remember last time we spoke, I told you about my mom that she worked at Bell Labs. And then we
oh,
had all these different bell systems. There was Mountain Bell and Southern Bell, right? Rocky Mountain Bell. I mean, it was just
yeah.
kind of crazy.
But they were all one company, the biggest company in the world, and they were a monopoly. And they were, whenever you wanted a new technology, they decided what you want, not the way we do it when we have competition where the consumer makes a decision. The Bell system did. And Bell Labs did come up with a new concept called cellular in 1947. Could you imagine? And they
Wow.
didn't decide they were going to do anything until 1969. And by 1973, the FCC, this is our government, was going to decide whether they were going to be a monopoly for cellular and or whether it was going to be competitive. And the Bell system's definition, their vision of cellular was car telephones. Could you believe that? You know, we've been in our homes and our offices by that copper wire for 100 years. And now we're going to be trapped in our cars. And we at
Oh
Motorola just
gosh.
didn't believe that. We thought the time was ready to have the freedom to be anywhere when you wanted to make a phone call. So I,
100%.
I decided that the only way that we were going to persuade people that this was the right way to go was to give them a demonstration, actually show them this freedom instead of just talking about it on a piece of paper. So we decided to do a demonstration in New York, another one in Washington. The New York one was the very first phone call I got. Was supposed to be on the Today Show in the morning. By the way, I was on
Nice.
the Today Show yesterday, 2 days
Oh,
ago.
that's so, and that's
Yeah,
awesome. That's great.
this, your show is much more important, Kim.
Oh,
So,
thank you. I agree.
and I got a call in the morning saying, "Well, you got bumped. The cell phone is not as important as something else." And so they found a reporter that would interview me, and I told them I want to do this on the street, so you could really demonstrate the freedom that we could just walk around everywhere. And there I am on the streets of New York, 6th Avenue and 54th Street, in front of the Hilton, and I had to decide who to call for this demonstration. And it just occurred to me, I'm going to call the guy in the Bell system who's my counterpart.
I love that. Call your competitor.
So I reached in my back pocket and pulled out my phone book. Does that give you an idea what primitive times these were, Kim? So,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
I called Joel, and amazingly, he answered, not his secretary. And I said, "Joel, it's Marty Cooper." He says, "Hi, Marty." I said, "Joel, I'm calling you on a cell phone, but a real cell phone, a personal, handheld, portable cell phone." You can see I was not averse, Kim, to rubbing it in a little. Uh, Joel was polite to me. I don't think he thought we were very important at all. He doesn't remember that call. He doesn't dispute that I made it, but I don't blame him for forgetting. But that really was the very first public cellular telephone call.